here. Okay, so take a closer look at my damage from that skirmish. Mortal Strike was my top damage. I had 17 hits. The max was 610k roughly, but no crits. The average Mortal Strike was 335k. For demolishes, I got 6 hits off, but that's 3 per. So I got 2 demolishes off with 6 total hits. Biggest normal hit was the last hit of the first one, which was 1.6 million. And the biggest crit was the very last hit of the match, which was 1.9 million. Blade Storm ticks. I had 34 Blade Storm ticks. Critical max was 228k. The average crit was 220k. Normal hit, the max was 228k, which is interesting. And the average was 102k. Deep wounds. 53 ticks. Doesn't hit very hard. The average crit is 44k. The average normal hit is 32k. You know, that's on the health pool of people like 7-8 million possible. So not really that great. And I'm pretty sure I'm running a heavy mastery right now, because the first thing I did was Fury. So I'm heavy mastery. So it'd probably be better for me to go for arms, to go heavy into haste, so I could get more mortal strikes off to build up the buff stacks faster. So that seems pretty bad to me. Okay, Rend. So I'm actually thinking about taking Rend completely off my bar and not speccing into it, and taking something else which helps build mortal strike stacks faster. Something like extended sweeping strikes. So the longer sweeping strikes last, the more double mortal strikes I'm going to hit, and the faster I'll be able to build up the buff for Demolish. So I'm going to go through, do a pass through my talents, pretty much drop anything that doesn't really help with building those stacks, and pick up anything I think will help with building those stacks, and then kind of seeing where that leaves me. That would also free me up to get to Fatality, because the executes seem pretty weak right now. Well, we can see that. So look at my melee attacks are hitting just as hard as some of my, abilities. Look at Overpower. I only had 5 hits of that. That's kind of surprising. Thought I would have hit more than that. but the max on that is 295k. The average is 184k. You know, on health pools with 6 to 8 million. That's not that great. And really, I'm not even sure if it's worth it to try to do, you know, overpower buffed Mortal Strike. It's probably better just to do Mortal Strike whenever it's up, regardless of whether it's going to be, you know, an improved damage Mortal Strike or not. Just do Mortal Strike whenever it's up to build those stacks, because the big damage is coming from Demolish and Mortal Strike. Okay, the Authority of Radiant Power, that is enchant. So that procs 7 times. Well, it says it procs 7 times. It says 7 hits, but I only have 6 normal hits showing. Maybe one was completely absorbed or something and it doesn't show up on details because of that. So that hit for 148k, average 127k. That enchant here, it's here. It also, well, it doesn't show you what it does, but it also increases your primary stat. So it's worth having. Warbreaker doesn't hit very hard, but it does amplify the damage of your Demolish. Okay, here's my execute. So I only had one execute and it was for 250k. That's not that great. It might be nice to have fatality with that though, and see how much that's going to increase that damage. Of course, Shockwave's not going to hit hard. Spell Reflect, whatever, Charge, Hamstring. I'll adjust my talent build a little bit and come back to this maybe after the next time they make some changes to the classes. I've done enough of Colossus Arms Warrior right now. I like it. I think Demolish is a fun ability to use. It has some downsides, you know, position locking you. Your teammates could potentially grief you, like a DK pulling someone out of your Demolish, friendly shaman, you know, knocking someone out of it, a monk putting Ring of Peace on the guy and knocking him out of it. I could see a lot of potential for some frustration in solo shuffle in particular, with people messing up your Demolish. But other than that, it's a lot of fun. I think you definitely want to use Blade Storm and the double Blade Storm using Avatar, because with Unhinged that helps you build those stacks up much faster, and Sweeping Strikes is a must, and I think the extended Sweeping Strikes is probably going to be something you're going to want to take as well. So I'll talk more about that some other time. Okay, that is it for this one.